Brian O'Halloran, none other than Dante Hicks from Clerks. How are you, mate?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Have you been enjoying the convention so far?
Absolutely. It's been my first time this side of the planet, so first time in Australia. Melbourne's been absolutely lovely. We had a great screening of Clerks over at the Astor last night with a huge crowd and a great Q&A. And today the start has been nothing but wonderful. And when we get back at 3 o'clock today, I'll be doing my Q&A here. So,
awesome. Well, let's go deep diving back into Clerks. The hook, I think, in that movie is that we've all been there. We've all been there. I mean, how much of Dante is you?
You know what? I'd worked in the retail industry in my late teens, early 20s, and I was 23 when I made that movie, so it didn't go far from doing what I had done just a couple of years prior. So knowing that you were overeducated and underemployed, which was pretty much the motto of Generation X back there, it was quite easy to tap into that angst of what am I going to do with my life, and I hate the station that I'm in. If it wasn't for these customers, you know, this job would be worth it.
Yeah. What was it like working with Kevin Smith on his first film?
Well, it was all of our first films. You know, as I had been acting, I'd been doing local theater and off-Broadway stuff in New York for 3 years prior to meeting Kevin and auditioning. But it was my first time ever doing a film. Now, I had done sketch work with other type of people with a 8mm camera, and that was about it. But this was the first time doing a real film. But, you know, the benefit of having to have done live theater for all those years, where you have to learn an entire script and play it every night, it was a bonus to shooting film.
What was it like if we jump forward a bit, going and doing Clerks 2? Because for me, it was awesome to see you in colour.
Oh yeah, I mean it was great. I mean we had been seeing each other. We did the cartoon series in 2000. We did the Jay and Silent Bob movie, and to meet these characters again now, so-called 10, 11 years after the first one, it was great. And the schedule was great to work with. Every day it was something new. We had a go-kart track, or we were doing a dance number on a roof, or I was making out with Kevin's real wife, or I was making out with Rosario Dawson, or we were seeing a donkey show.
Tough job. And
they were paying me for it, exactly. So it was that type of thing where it was the most fun out of all the work I've worked with Kevin, it was the most fun.
That's exactly like our job, really. So speaking of voice acting and Clerks, the TV series, right. How did you end up voicing voices in Pokemon?
One of the producers who does the English translations, they're based out of New York City, and it's a producer that I had done different other voiceover work for. I also voiced over a lot of TV shows, believe it or not, from Turkey for a Turkish TV satellite station in America. And so me and a couple of other actors knew this one producer who was based out of New York, who brought us all in to do voiceover work for this Turkish TV programs, who also happened to do the Pokemon series, and then I got to do a couple of voices.
Fantastic. Last one. Do people yell out 37 to you when you walk down the car park these days?
I mostly get, are you even supposed to be here today? And I got to go, I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Fantastic. Brian O'Halloran, thank you much for being on Nerdzilla.
No, thank you for having me.